pretty damn impressive. But now we go into a different one, and now we play in the city. Now, I personally am not a fan of the city whatsoever. I do not recommend going there. I'm also not a fan of fail platooning, but here we are. Now, by the way, if what you see here with the Minotauro appearing out of nowhere, it's a replay bug, because replays isn't the video of the game. What a replay file does, it simply saves the positions, the angles, all those kind of things of the vehicles, and then replays them, essentially. So it's not a video, it's just, this tank was here, show it here. So if you have incompatible things, then it can happen that a tank just pops out of nowhere because the data previously didn't exist, things like that. So it's technology, don't question it, just accept it's bad. Just like this one. But what isn't bad is the T57 Heavy and this replay. Now, going city is most of the time a very, very bad idea. Because the problem that you have with cities and heavy tanks is that you always have the disadvantage if you're the one that peaks. This right here is a 90-degree corner. What happens if you peek around it with your vehicle? Exactly. The enemy, if aimed at you, has a shot. Now, if the enemy isn't aimed at you, like the 60 TP in this case, there's nothing he can do. And this 57 Heavy can unload pretty quickly, and you can scoot back around the corner. If you have a pile of rubble like that, then it can work out. That like that one right there. The problem is, that isn't the case in a lot of cities. Most of them are just 90-degree house corners, because, I mean, who expects houses in a city? I mean, where else are you going to put them? So that's not great. And if you play in a city, you have to be very aware of what's behind the house before you peek the house. Because if not, you're going to get shot. Because the one that peeks always has the disadvantage if you have flat corners like this. Unless you're playing something like a VK90 or a VK45 that are only good at side scraping. Then you can get around that, you can just side scrape out and you'll be fine. But the amount of vehicles that can properly and reliably side scrape, you can obviously almost count that on a single hand. So don't really rely on that tactic. Ideally, what you want in a city and what you expect in a city is bad players, because that's normally where they happen to go. If you see a medium tank going into a city, there are two options. In 1% of the cases, it's a super unicum that knows the bad players on a city and is deciding to farm them. And in 99% of cases, they're just not good at the game. So, yeah, for example, why would you put an M103 that is made to go hull down, because it has the gun depression, it has sort of turret armor, and you put it on flat ground, where it doesn't work? What also didn't work is Germans, because I'm recording this on the 1st of May, but anyway, this is a 1v3, so Colorbanov time. Hopefully. It's a 57 Heavy, so what you have to keep in mind here, what you have to watch out for, the Conway is 1,600 HP, so he can't be clipped right here, so keep that in the back of your mind. The E5 just, I have no idea what he was thinking, he just peeks out, wide swing, and he gets himself clipped into oblivion, which is just, I have no idea how you managed to be that thick to make that happen. Now at this point, there's a slightly mistake, you see that? Just hesitate a bit. This is the only really mistake that was made in this battle, because the Conway is on his way now, right? And if he wouldn't have stopped, the Conway wouldn't have been able to shoot him, but Conway misses because, I mean, it's a Conway. So, if that would have penned, that would have meant that the Conway is now a one, but of course he clown peaks. Of course the Conway clown peaks. That is exactly what I was talking about earlier. If the enemy is looking at you and you just peek out like a clown, they know. They're just gonna shoot you. So don't clown peek. Only peek if either you know the enemy's not looking at you, or you're a VK90, you can side scrape out around the corner. And now he's not looking. Now, I'm not really big fan of this like complete rushing here, because if you would have missed one, it wouldn't have been reloaded. But Supra here has done the right thing. He high rolled, he got lucky. And with that, not just luck, but a tremendous amount of skill with 8,000 damage. Well done. And see you in the next one. Goodbye.